So, Rebel, what was your issue, and what was like the deciding factor to be like, all right, I'm tossing the crown, yo, fuck it, that's it for me. That's it for me.
It was well, what I will say is like it was lack of support for me personally. It was lack of support. It wasn't nobody like trying to pull up
I
to the
love
battle,
y'all.
but cremate.
No, I'm going to my car real quick to get something.
I think the what kind of started that was when we had the event for when I had my PG against Moore, right? This was after Al. I think it was like having the PG against Moore, and we had an event the same day. And instead of, everybody, it was my first PG, instead of mobbing out, we did the event instead. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I ain't mad, get y'all bread or whatever. But it's like, nigga, we got more things to handle. Like we should be supporting. We should all be mobbing out. Like the fact that like anything that the king or crown should be doing, we should be in full support of. And I just felt like nobody was supporting with that. And on top of that, I was king for 3 years. Like I was king for 3 years. I didn't get nothing from it. Like I ain't get paid. I got events for free. That was cool. Like that's cool. But I would have paid for events the same. The only reason why I stopped paying for events is because Shaka said, yo, you don't have to pay for events anymore. But the events before that, I paid. So I wasn't caring about that. It was just lack of support, y'all. It was a whole bunch of niggas not supporting.
I got you. Let me just stop you real quick right here, right? Because I actually
hold on. Let me. I can't. I only see me. Is there a way to see anybody else?
No, that's you. Yeah, it's you right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
Yeah, all right. So I want to say this too, like while you right here for real, because I don't even know if I really said anything. I talked to you about it a little bit, but not too much.
Everybody had little nigga conversations with me.
Yeah. So as far as like the support thing, right? Like me in particular, for one, at that time back then, I didn't like. I swear, like I didn't even know you had a PG. I didn't know you had it until it dropped. Like I didn't know. Like I just didn't flat out know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, back then I was kind of going. Yeah, I was kind of going through some things, so I was kind of like out of tune with certain shit, right? Yeah. But when you spoke that piece, like as far as supporting shit go, like, it's like I've reached out to you. I've reached out to Ball before too, and that's why I do what I do now. It's because of your right. You know what I mean? Your issue at hand, because I'm like, damn, man, I ain't know. And that's why I was like, all right, let me make sure I get out to these events with these niggas because it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supporting hand in this shit.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna do that. I was doing all that. Like, yo, I'm gonna go out here, we gonna go this way, we gonna go that way. But when it wasn't the same way for me, I was like, oh no, I ain't doing that shit no more. I'm not gonna keep supporting, keep saying niggas' names, and it's not the same way around. Like that's how I felt.
No, I feel that, and that's why I was like, even though it wasn't like directed to me, but it was like when I sat back and like looked at it, I'm like, damn, like
it was the whole thing. Like even leading up to me and Barcardy not battling, I called Cardi. That was I called Cardi about that. Like, yo, I ain't gonna do it. Like whatever was going on, I'm not doing it. It's just not. It wasn't. It just was like I said. It wasn't no support for me. And Cardi understood it, and then Cardi was like, when he got the crown, he was like, it's gonna be different, da 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 da. And then he understood exactly what I meant. Like it was no same thing with the new king now. Like it ain't even though the pandemic.
And with me as the king too.
Yeah, it's like it ain't. It's like what's the point of having a crown if ain't nobody gonna support? We know who the real king is. That was my thing.
But look, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna throw a question out. So as far as, and this is actually going to be a new one to everybody that I'm gonna say, because I'm not staff, right? But I do try to help in every way I can.
Right.
So yeah, so this year, what we had planned, I kind of like masterminded, but of course COVID happened and we stopped having events, right? Because DK is the current king. You know what I mean? He's the crown holder right now. I was helping like work up him getting like a very respectable name. You know what I'm saying? And DK, he can confirm that or whatever. Right. But what happened was we wound up not having an event because COVID fucked all this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was like everything had to get postponed. But I will say
Ray,
this.
I spoke to Ray with Gutter, just real quick. I spoke to Ray with Gutter, you know what I mean? And that made me like, if I don't really know what period it was, but it was a period where I was kind of seemingly on bullshit to other niggas, but then I reel back real heavy, real quick. It was Gutter was talking to Ray. And I was telling Ray through Gutter, like, yo, y'all got to do some good shit for DK so that niggas want to be the king. Because what happens to you when you know, X out all the X factors and become the king of the pit. Like, basically, being the king of the pit should do something for you.
Right.
Or your career, or your endeavors, however you want to slice it, it should help. You know what I mean? Because I was still on that shit in 2020.
Right. So like I said, like it was something that was being cooked up for him, right? And it was like when it was all being put together, he had to be the first name that was brought up. So, but of course, COVID fucked that shit up. But I will say this: DK got something in January, and it's a good one. It's something good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something. I'll let him announce it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like we you know what I mean? He was the first one on the list because you know what I mean? Like
y'all really trying. So I ain't mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. But I'll let him get to that in a second. But what I do want to bring up because Rebel said it. So during the PG time and the change in the event, Pex and Pitts, y'all want to, you know what I mean, chime in on that? Like,
okay.
What happened back then? Because like I said, I was going through some things personally myself. So some things I wasn't in tune with at all. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Now, what I'll ask is a little bit of clarification on anything that I might need to clarify on my end, because as far as the whole thing with the Rebel and Cardi battle not happening, I know me personally. Oh, thank you, baby. I know with me personally, I didn't know until maybe, I don't know, how close was it to the battle, Rebel, when I actually found out the shit wasn't happening. Like, it was kind of close. Watch out, baby. Watch out.
Well, now I did that on purpose, and I really, because at the time, you understand, you were saying that you were running the pit, that you know that it was a different management. Not saying running the pit, but to me it didn't feel that way. And my whole thing was, and to say, it's like to be an asshole to the shotgun, nothing like that. But my whole thing was like, fuck the system. You know what I mean? Like, so like at the time it was like, it wanted to be like now I can say it because it was being childish. But yeah, I was like, man, fuck that shit, fuck all that shit. I ain't gonna tell nobody but Cardi, and that's who I called.
Yeah.
So when I called Cardi, it ain't going down. Like that's just I called Cardi probably like a week before, maybe 2 weeks before the battle.
No, it was like a month.
Oh, okay, all right. I called Cardi.
So I don't remember. I don't remember when exactly I found out.
It was like a month.
It was. Hold
on. I just need 10 seconds.
Yeah,
you called me like a month early, but you did say if he call you,
that's a fact,
you'll be good. And the nigga called you, and you did not call him back. That was the whole thing. I ain't gonna lie, cuz that was my whole thing. I got a message from Shaka when he said you'll hit him back in 10 minutes. That 10 minutes never happened. You never called that.
I remember that part.
That probably did.
But you still carried it like you talked to that man. But that's what I was mad about, though. I'm just saying that. I mean, I was a little way about that because I'm like, damn, I felt like you was like stunting a little bit. But but on the flip side, you could have felt like it was no conversation really needed. You know what I mean? I don't really know. Because I wasn't moving like this. Him wave, you know what I mean?
So like it felt like the call that was about to happen, the conversation that was about to happen wasn't genuine. The conversation felt like it was gonna happen because all of y'all said, "Hey, yo, Shaka, you need to call Rebel, and you need to what's the name?" And he like, all right.
Oh, so you felt like niggas made
him
do it, so you ain't want to do it. I feel you.
Yeah, by that time it was like, because I'd already did what 2-3 lives.
Because times had passed. It was like a month that went by.
I felt like the call was for business sake. It wasn't for I feel my bad. Like, cause you understand, for me, I'm running for 3 years straight. I'm running around like the pit is mine. I am this, I am that, and it wasn't reciprocated. The feelings wasn't pushed the same way. So it was like, nah, bro, I feel this type of way. And you understand, also, I'm 18, 19, 20 at the time. So it's like, I'm taking it personal. I'm going to take it personal.
Yeah, you was doing your shit.
Yeah, and I'm already feeling myself.